Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight I want to talk about something completely new, something I've never thought of before, and that is to look at the altcoins that are being bought by the crypto whales. And I'm talking about the biggest crypto whales, the biggest investment companies that you may or may not have heard of before, but these ones are truly the big whales. They drive markets and they invest not only into mature projects, but also the up and coming ones, the ones that just held IDO or ICO or they just hit the market, right? So I think this is a perfect time to look at what crypto projects or which ones are being bought. So maybe we can get in while things are still cheap. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today I'm a little late, I know that, but make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. That way you get triple notified so that you don't miss out on any of my streams. All right, guys, let's do this. Thank you for joining. There's a lively crowd. A lot of people tuning in. Of course, we want to talk about Bitcoin. People are still panicking about Bitcoin. If I could get this working here. There we go. Okay. So, the whales, the ones that's playing on the leverage traders, they're relentless. They're not letting go because they're having too much fun liquidating every single long contract there is. The people that continue to play with leverage longs, like leverage futures, the 5x, the 10x, the 100x, they continue to have their way and they continue to just liquidate them one by one by one by one. Obviously, we just came off the biggest one ever. And this was over $3 billion, although some sites say it's as high as 10 billion longs liquidated. And even after that, people still didn't listen. Yesterday there was still about 200 million worth of longs liquidated, right? It just seems like the whales, they're having a fun time liquidating all the longs. I still don't get why people continue to play with leverage longs when they continue to get wrecked and destroyed, and it's just not worth it. Picking up good altcoin projects and holding them, it's much more profitable, and the potential is endless, and you don't have the fear of being liquidated and having nothing. And I've heard a lot of stories about people being liquidated over the last few years, years, but also last few days, and they're not good stories. They're not good stories. But in addition to the whales, right now, this morning, I talked about how Wall Street was trying to basically put a lid on Bitcoin as much as they can. Either because they're jealous and they're afraid of Bitcoin kind of taking over, or they're trying to keep things low while they buy. I don't have the charts up with me, but Crypto Quant showed an enormous amount of Bitcoin outflowing from the exchanges. And usually when that happens, short term, you go see a price spike, but it lags a few days. So I would not be surprised, like say something like Wednesday or Thursday, where you go see Bitcoin go up in a big way. But that's also happening, right? So with that said, you have whales. There are some whales that just, having a fun time killing all the longs, and you have Wall Street that's pretty much, trying to buy as much as they can behind the scenes and trying to keep things low. What should you do? Well, I'm noticing a lot of people just fearing themselves out. So many people keep talking about, oh, there's a double top, or this indicator showing we're done and this and that. No, that's all nonsense. People are just fearing themselves out, and this is what the big guys want. They want you to have your we can sell your Bitcoin to them or your crypto to them, because that's how they go profit. They go buy cheap. They go buy as much as they can, and they're patient and they wait and they play their whalish games, and they always do. They have been forever. Some of you guys are new. You may not recognize it. You may not this might be your first time. Maybe your first rodeo. You're just not used to it. But this always happens time and time again. This is not time to be panicking. If anything, this is time to be greedy, right? And right now, let's not forget, Bitcoin is still at 55,000. Even if it falls to 50,000, I'm still going to say it's at 50,000 because in case you guys need a reminder, just a few weeks ago, a few months ago, we were much, 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 much lower. So definitely not time to be panicking. This is time to actually, in my opinion, be greedy. We are in April. We're mid-April. We're nowhere close to year end. This is the last year of the 4-year cycle, which traditionally is very, very bullish. We're also in a very bullish year and bullish month. So there's just so much coming, so much coming. So those of you guys that are trying to scare yourself out from life-changing wealth, and you're basically, your weak hands are selling to the strong hands, you're doing it wrong. You want to be the strong hand and taking off crypto from the weak hands. That's what you want to do. That's how you win. That's how you win. Everything I've been talking about, some of these projects that have been on for years, despite the fact that I hold no Cardano, but I've talked about Cardano for quite a long time. Same thing with Chainlink. When they were basically nothing, like a brand new, Oracle. I've been talking about that. Same thing with VeChain. All these ones, including Theta, even Tron, even though I don't like them, I talked about them when they were at like $100 million project. And same thing with Neo and a lot of these guys, right? Everyone thought they were going to be dead, but the ones that held over the years, now they're seeing 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 percent returns. And that's how you win. That's how you win with the game of crypto, right? All right. With that said, with, me lecturing and and I like to do that sometimes, but I think some of you guys need to hear it. With that said, I'm going to do something new. So CMC has categories, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. They break it up in so many ways. Sometimes not accurate, but sometimes very accurate. So today I decided to just say, you know what, I'm going to look. I don't know what to talk about tonight. So I've decided to look. They break it up many different ways. And then I decided to sort it by market cap. And guess what? All the big VC companies, the investment companies, these are like what I like to call the true whales, because they have billions of dollars and they have invested in so many crypto projects over the years, including the new ones, right? A lot of you guys always look at all these new promising ones that are coming out, and I'm not so sure of, because I'm not sure they can get enough traction or they're unique enough. Well, let's look at what these guys are doing, right? If they're buying, then that means they see something, and that means we need to pay attention, and maybe we need to do a deeper dive into what they're seeing. Because these guys became billions or multi-billion dollar investment firms because they invested early and they invested right. So their track record is pretty outstanding, right? So let's take a look at it. Keith Adam asked about Harmony. I like Harmony. You know that. I think they'll come back. So it's funny, just so you guys know, if I get into a project, I tend to get into a long term. There's very little times. There's a few. It's not impossible, but very rarely do I talk about a project and then like 3 months later, you ask me about it. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that project. That project sucks. It's almost impossible that you're going to see me say that. So if I like a project, I really like them, and it's not just driven by price within the next few months. It's driven basically by the team and their traction and everything else they're doing. Just so you know. So Harmony is one of those projects. All right. So I don't know how much time we have, but let's look at Pantera and Amameda. These two are big. I've heard of them. They're in so many different companies, and like A16, Polychain. These guys, they're in a lot of projects. So let's just quickly take a look. Let's see which ones stand out and which ones don't. Of course, the big caps. Obviously, most of these guys hold a lot of the big caps and mid caps that we know already. So let's just skip those. Like you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, okay, go down, Aave, Maker, Compound, Basic Attention Token, yes. You keep going down. Well, Anchor and LivePeer, which you guys I think a lot of you guys know. Anchor is in one-click no deployment, so they like them. LivePeer is a streaming platform. that got added to Grayscale Trust, or they received their own Grayscale Trust. Okay, so they're involved with them. Going down the list, Origin Protocol, NFT play, decentralized marketplace, interesting. Right, Dodo, they're invested in Dodo, interesting. They're kind of like a AMM, but not really AMM, but something similar. And then they're invested in Fun Token. Okay, interesting. Fun Token has been around for a while. So, but they help companies create casinos, basically. Now you have some older projects. All right, so I know most of these guys like Balancer, Civic, Kin, Seller, Ampleforth. I mean, I'm familiar with. Handshake, I'm not familiar with. And they're okay. If you look at this, that doesn't look good in the last 7 days. But I'm just curious what Handshake is. I don't know if you guys know who they are. They're only a Gate.io and Bittrex. Are they an old project? No, they came out in March of 2020. So, decentralized naming and certificate authority, experiment peer-to-peer root naming system. Okay, so they're like, so they're like a. Oh, the only IT people will recognize this. So if you get a certificate, it like verifies that something's legit. So they're trying to be a decentralized certificate author, I guess, or something like that. I think that's what it is. Oh, this project is very encompassing and very complicated. Yeah, I can't even fully explain right now. I can't. To be honest, I can't. But so basically, you could dish out certificates, and also it's kind of like a DNS server. It acts like a DNS server because there's a naming system, something like that. I don't know. That's a little too complicated for me. So, these super chats you guys are sending, wait until the Q&A because I'm gonna miss most of it. Dash, I'm not a fan of. AMP, I am a fan of because it's in the retail space. Way I see it, whales are making sure this market is driven up by leverage, by flushing. Okay, Antoine, I think that's legit. Sen is a DPN, individuals that are paid through hosting their own nodes at night. Okay, there's a lot of decentralized VPNs like that, so that's not a new concept. Audius, I like. Injective Protocol, yeah. API 3 is Oracle play. Thunder Token. Well, okay. You notice right now, like the market cap is going down very fast, right? So this is where you get into kind of like the good stuff, like the stuff that we don't normally hear about, the new ones. So Thunder Token's only at 117 million. Let's see if I can understand this one. When did they come out? They're an older project in May of 2019, so it's been a couple years. Maybe they've died, but it looks like they came back pretty hard. Real blockchain, real benefit. Premier decentralized public blockchain bringing tangible value to the world. Sounds like. Tangible value to the world. What does that mean? Are they creating synthetic stuff? So they have a token bridge. They have a faucet. They have a hub. Yeah, this is like an old project. Yeah, you could tell. Like, this is, first of all, it looks old, and their concept is old. I don't like this one. I'll tell you, I don't like that one right off the bat. Can you show me how to buy Harmony on KuCoin? There's a lot of videos about how to buy with KuCoin. Send in USDT or USDC or Stellar or BTC and find a trading pair for it. It's really that simple. Also, you could go on Binance.us. They also sell Harmony. All right, Gifto is a very old prawn. I used to like Gifto. They were into, like, before NFTs, they were into virtual gifting. Let's look at Power Trade Fuel, 28 million. Enigma, their old projects that are dead. This is about tokenizing art, they're dead. And Gems is probably dead. But let's just look at Power Trade Fuel real quick. I'm just curious what it is. Okay, they've been doing well. You can see relative to the project from 2020 had a big spike, came down. Where are they? They're on Uniswap and BitMax. So I'm guessing they're energy trading somehow. Trade like a boss. The simple, fast, mobile-first trading platform for crypto options, futures. Okay, it has nothing to do with energy. It's just a it's just a trading app. Mobile first for options, futures. So they're derivative. They're derivative trading app. Interesting. They have an iOS app already, not on Google. So you can see Pantera invested in them. Low minimums, minimum contracts, advanced trading strategies, perpetuals like no other. Okay. Maybe you gotta keep an eye on this one. They're up and coming, and obviously Pantera saw something in them, so I'm gonna put this one in the maybe. I'm gonna put this one in the maybe pile just for now. These other ones, Mirrorcoin actually has been doing really well. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Yeah, they're old projects, so they're not coming back. Okay, so the only new one Pantera really, invested in that's still relatively small is Power Trade Fuel. But some of these other ones are also new. Mirror Protocol is from Terra. It's a synthetic creation altcoin. Audius is decentralized. Spotify Injective also is in that space creating. It's a DEX for synthetic things. So there's a lot of things there. Super chat. DSLA. I don't like insurance. Energy Watt token. I think it's okay. Check out T Fuel. Yes. T Fuel is nowhere close to VeChain. Nowhere close to VeChain. I've seen T Fuel before. They're an old project, but yeah, no. And thoughts on Nano? Nano's interesting. The problem is they're being 51% attacked right now. So they're not doing anything right now. So they need to fix that ASAP. All right, so that was Pantera, which was very uneventful. Let's look at Amameda Research. Just curious, let's go down the line real quick. Is there anything special? The top ones are pretty usual. People ask about Ren. They're involved with Ren. Curve. This is also for DeFi, synthetic creation for DeFi use. Curve is DEX for stable coins, 1inch Dodo. Both of them invest in Dodo. Interesting enough. Swipe. This is a DEX. Swipe is like a universal wallet, financial trading app. Alpha. I'm not familiar with Alpha, so I'm going to take a look at that. Linear, which a lot of people asked about. Let's look at that. Yeah, see, they're investing in a lot of stuff that's weird or I'm not familiar with. First, let's look at Alpha Finance Labs, which is on Binance. So it definitely could have the pumpability. They have a total locked-in value, so I'm guessing there's some kind of DeFi play. Ecosystem DeFi products that will interoperate to maximize return while minimizing risk. Alpha products focus on capturing unaddressed demand in DeFi in an innovative and user-friendly way. They already have close to $1 billion locked in value. That's quite a lot there. And about 19% of their circuit supply is already staked. There's Alpha Token. Homora V1 on both Ethereum and Binance. It's a protocol for leveraging your position yield farming pools. ETH lenders can earn high interest in ETH, and yield farmers can get higher interest. So it helps you do better with yield farming. And yeah, V2 allows users to leverage yield farm on Curve, Balancer, SushiSwap, and yeah. Wow. That actually sounds pretty interesting. I don't quite get it how they leverage yield farming, But this is a brand new one. I had not one person ask me about this in the past before. Not one person. So that could be one to keep an eye on too. See, we're finding some good projects here. Next one is Linear. Linear, let's see what Linear is. I think I've seen Linear before. First cross-chain compatible Delta 1 asset protocol. Trade liquid assets quickly, seamless, and quickly effective with cross-chain compatibility. Yeah, I have been asked this quite a bit. So they're like a DeFi ecosystem with cross-chain capability. I have seen this before. So, yeah. Could be a good one. Could be a good one. I'm putting all these in the maybe list. I'm missing some super chats here. HBAR. HBAR thoughts on it being undervalued. I don't know if it's undervalued. I think it's about where it is. I was going to release an interview, but I ran out of time, so I promise I'll do that tomorrow. Get a meeting with the Alpha founder. She's amazing. So you have heard of Alpha. I haven't. It's the first time. First time. Actually looks very interesting. Alpha has a third highest ranked math Olympiad ever on a team. Fun fact. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting fact. Wild World of Whales. Vera, not a fan of. BDT, it's a Tron. It's part of Tron, and I don't know what they're doing. BDT itself, you know, was pretty promising with what is it? Distributed. It's torrenting, right? So they were going to do a lot with it. I don't know if they did anything with it. Decentralized streaming, storage, all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know if they did any of it. All right, let's finish off with some of these ones that are smaller because people love smaller things, smaller big caps. So someone keeps asking about World of Whales. All right, I'll promise I'll look at World of Whales afterwards. Keeper DAO, oh man, these are very, very small. Let's look at Optimum. Let's see if Optimum, Pickle Finance, Hedgeit, and Bao, I know, APY Finance. These are all super, super small DeFi plays. Optimum is on Gate and Sushi. Yeah, they're probably going to be limited because of that. They're not any good exchanges, but they're on a lot of exchanges, smaller ones. Universal, a robust protocol that allows creation and settling and trading any decentralized derivative. Okay, yeah, it's probably fine, but it's probably too complicated for me to understand. Pickle Finance. Okay, nothing there. Okay, let's look at Hedgeit, and then, oh, this one's big. Easy hedge for your crypto. I mean, these are big. I mean, besides Amameda, FBG, NGC, Hedge introduced decentralized options. You pay the smallest possible premium to secure your position against unexpected price movement. So it's insurance, right? This is insurance. Options other derivatives have been tied in a decentralized manner, but have struggled due to lag in settlement. Okay, so utilizing Chroma blockchain as an Ethereum layer 2 solution. Is it created by the Chromia guys? It could be because it's using the Chromia blockchain. The only reliable protecting layer for leveraged trading positions. Decentralized can be used to protect DeFi positions, lending and trading with power. Okay, yeah. So it's like insurance for leverage trade. And I just got done saying how bad leverage trading is, but this is what it is. This hedges your leverage trade for you. That's what they're trying to do. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm going to put that on the maybe list anyways, just to look at. But okay. All right, I'll end it with that, and I'll turn to Q&A for you guys. But the ones I found that actually look like okay projects, ones to pay attention to, is Power Trade, Alpha Finance Lab, Linear Finance, and Hedgeit. And as you notice, they're all DeFi. So these guys are betting big on DeFi right now. All right. So that's it. I'll turn to you guys for Q&A. I've been answering while you guys have been going. I promise, William, thank you. Casino Coin. I don't need to check out Casino Coin to know what it is. It's about casinos, and it's too limiting, in my opinion. Two people asked about World of Whales. I'll look at that. Stellar, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're doing. That's the problem. World of Whales. There's no World of Whales. I don't know where World of Whales are. No, I don't want a book about World of Whales. I don't know what you guys are super chatting about World of Whales. Cardia Chain, yes, yeah, I know they do have, you know, promising DeFi ecosystem, but like you said, they're based in Vietnam, and I think that's gonna hold them back. You know, there's just not a whole lot of people that's paying attention to projects in Vietnam right now, so I think that's gonna hold them back. Eternity Chain, honestly, I think they're overhyped. They're overhyped. I saw the first guy that they got in to create NFTs. Some guy that creates a lot of, you know, funny pictures and stuff like that, like a guy riding a unicorn. I think they need stronger guys in there besides that guy. So I think they need stronger players to carry them. But Eternity Chain was too pumped up, too fast. Pokedex, I did look at, David, I looked at Pokedex previously. Their biggest draw is because they're part of Polkadot. It's a little early because they're not done yet, but they're trying to be like an all-encompassing DeFi play for Polkadot, which could turn out good, but it's unproven at this point. Paul asks, Flash Crash, who's benefiting the most from this? Exchanges, right? They can easily dump enough liquidity. Yes, they can. One of my theories is, who are the whales that always have access to the trade books and could see which points to cause maximum damage for liquidations? Exchanges can. Of course, they can see it themselves, and they benefit because they make fees on trading no matter what. If you win or lose, they still win, right? So maybe the exchanges or maybe just big whales that just really know what they're doing. Yeah, Phoenix Flow, first hybrid liquidity aggregator. That's actually not true because something like Orion Protocol already has it, but Phoenix Flow does it, I guess, a little bit different. But yeah, I looked at it before. I mean, it kind of just got to prove themselves at this point, right? TC thoughts on B Pro. I'm still rooting for them. I think they could come back. TCT Token Club Coin. I have no idea who they are. No idea who they are. Die. Is this it? Do a deeper dive on Alpha Finance. I'll do that in my spare time. If it's any good, I'll let you guys know. Worldofwhales.biz. Come on. Stop shilling this World of Whales. The world's first dedicated to conservation aquatic wildlife. All right. If this was legit, and all of you guys super chatting me are probably on the team, if it's legit, I would say good for you guys if you really want to save the whales. But in my opinion, this is not legit, and this is just a good cause, or it's a money grab hidden as a good cause. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, but this to me just looks like a big money grab that is encompassed in this good cause. You guys are doing too many super chats. I don't like BAB. I forgot what they were about, but I don't like them. Yeah, they're for fundraising. So I just don't see them taking off because of that. Yeah, don't look into Safe Moon. No, I'm not talking about Safe Moon. Why is no one talking about Dogecoin? I talked about them way too much I think tomorrow 420 will be a very telling day, whether or not they pump to the moon or pump to the Mars or they dump. So tomorrow will be a good indication. What we'll see what happens. But I've been saying Doge, now that it's as big as it is, you can't ignore it. It's not gonna go down to where it was before. With Telcoin opening more corridors and targeting a 2.5% cost of sending remittance, why do you think they're not talked about more? Because honestly, peer-to-peer remittance is not very sexy. Just like, does anyone talk about utilizing MoneyGram or Western Union? It's a service. It doesn't seem very sexy, right? It's not something that helps people make money. It helps people save money. And traditionally, people care about making money more than saving money. So that's the thing. And like for me, I've never used the remittance service before. And some people may need it, some people don't. So it's one of those, I think it's a good service, but I don't think it's something that a lot of people get hyped up about. Dogecoin is just a copy of Doge, a money grab, and there's a lot of I'm not gonna talk about Chico. Thoughts on Cody? Yeah, they're a payment. They help companies create their own payment app, so could be interesting. I do like them. I looked at them before. There was rumors that they're going to partner up with Cardano. I don't know if that was true or not, but why is the Comey stuck? Kind of like some of these other NFT projects. They just shot up too fast. And plus, they're pretty big already. They're like 1.3 billion. Where is it? No, 1.1 billion. So I think NFTs overall, there's exhaustion. A lot of NFT plays started going down. So I think they'll come back. TrueFi, I actually do like TrueFi, but no one's paying attention to them. They're created by TrueUSD, and it's a DeFi play. And they have something unique where they could give out uncollateralized loans through votes. So they actually came a really unique way to vote through for it. So I like them. I'm new here. Your thoughts on Engine and Origin? I like both of them. Engine more so. Holochain, their tech is going to be disrupting the crypto world. I'm not sure that's true. There's a lot of projects that's similar, but they're promising. They're not even a blockchain. They're a DAG, and it works a little bit differently. And they have decentralized storage, and they're onboarding a few clients. So Nerve.find, it is that 1 billion in volume on stable swaps. See, the thing is, stablecoin swaps they're not very interesting. I'm guessing based on what you said, I never heard of them. But if they're like anything like Curve, so they probably do a ton of volume on stablecoins, but they're stablecoins, only like the hardcore people that are trying to arbitrage between stablecoins, is that really profitable? Otherwise, they're all supposed to be pegged to the dollar, right? Well, I guess they're on BSC, so that also helps. Why is everyone asking about? All right, I'm going to end this soon because there's just too much there. Too much super chats tonight. I'll end it with Haven. I'm not a fan of to pass on your crypto assets after you pass away. I wouldn't trust a crypto project to do that. Token Club. What is this? It's just videos. Yeah, it's just like a list. It's like CMC with videos listed. Why do you need a token? Why would you need a token for that? It makes no sense. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry for all you guys that super chatted, but that does not look like a good project. Yes. Marbrand, I appreciate that, and that is true, and people should stay away from SafeMoon because it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well at all. It's not going to end well, so be careful. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. That is it for tonight. Enough of looking at small caps, but I think it's pretty interesting to see what these big whales or these investors are investing in. But, you know, a lot of you guys are still worried about, you know, Bitcoin obviously went down a little bit more, 54.5, right? But hold strong, hold strong. This is what the whales do. They drive a lot of emotion. They make you fearful. They make you cast doubt on yourself and others. Don't fall for it. Stick with the plan. Don't panic sell. Dollar cost average. Buy the dips if you can. And hodl. That's it. That's simply it. So do not fear yourselves out of the market. If we do happen to go down, hey, maybe we're going down a little bit more. Maybe we go down to 50,000 even, right? But the thing is, rule number one, never panic sell, right? Keep a level head, and we'll get through this. We'll get through it, I guarantee. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys.